Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you guys how to install some spark plugs in an 03 to 09 Toyota 4Runner. Also applies to Tacoma for the same engine type. So here's the old and new. You can tell my old spark plug's a little more gapped. It's about a 0.45, 0.46 gap. So you need 6 new spark plugs. I decided to go with OEM Delco. I'll leave the part number below. You also need a 5/8 inch spark plug socket and some anti-seize. And you just need a gapper to make sure all your new spark plugs are gapped well. Even though they're brand new, sometimes they get kind of mangled up during shipping. Some various extensions that you'll need, and a 10 to 12 millimeter socket. And that's pretty much it. So let's get started. And I'll leave the part number below with the Amazon link for these cheap OEM spark plugs from Toyota, around $2 to $3. So first off, move your engine cover, 2 10 millimeter bolts. This will give you access, of course, to the 6 spark plugs. We'll start on the passenger side since those are really easily accessible, and move to the driver's side where you have to kind of loosen some brackets up to get access to. And next we want to move this air box, just 2 12 millimeter bolts and 2 clamps. So 2 bolts right here and right here, and remove the clamp. You don't really need to move that. Some people just loosen it, but I decided just to remove the whole thing to get a lot more easier working room. A little clip right there to unclip off. And here's your 3 spark plugs on your passenger side, very easy to work with. You want to unplug them all. And people usually do this every 30,000 miles, so they could be kind of cinched on. So yeah, might take some elbow grease and then use a 10 millimeter bolt. I just did one at a time to make sure no dirt or debris got inside. Make sure your O-ring comes with you and doesn't stick on or bond on to the engine. And after you remove your spark plug, and of course use your 5/8 socket. Just be nice and gentle, try to not crack it or anything. But and here's the old one. Didn't look too bad. Just bought this vehicle, so I want to kind of start from scratch. And like I said before, my old one right here gapped around 0.45, 0.46 right there. Hard to see. Your goal is 0.039 of 0.041, 0.042. Alright, and then just put some anti-seize on it to make sure it doesn't seize on you next time you remove it. Here it is with some anti-seize. And just repeat it with all pretty much 6 spark plugs. On this side, just a little tip. Remove this bar right here, move the top bolt, and you just kind of need to loosen the bottom bolt since you don't technically need to remove it all the way. And here's a rubber grommet and a rubber tubing you need to remove. And that pretty much gives you access to all 3 of these spark plugs. And there's a third one back there. Just use your long 6 to 12 inch extension. And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. Thanks.